Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to Lesson 25 of Module 1, A Season of Change. So, we have finished our book, Why Do Leaves Change Color? And we are moving on to a new book today. But before that, let's talk about our question. So, we have our big pizza question, and this is the question that we're taking little bites of at a time to answer. And that is, how does change impact people and nature? Our pizza slice question is, how does Skytree show the cycle of seasons? So this is our pizza slice question for the week. We are trying to answer this question with what we notice and wonder, what is going on in the book, what does a deep exploration show us, what will we discover with writing this week? So we are going to slowly take bites of this slice of pizza through the week with how does Skytree show the cycle of seasons? And our pizza bite question, this is the question we're going to answer today, is what do I notice and wonder about the paintings in Skytree? Ooh, paintings. What would that be in a book? Would that be the text or the illustrations? Let's find out. So, a long time ago, way back in time, we did 3 lessons about paintings. We talked about how all of these paintings can show the different seasons. So, how do the artists from the other paintings use color to show the seasons? So, think about this painting, right? Paris Street, rainy day. We talked about how this showed the season of spring. Rainy day. When it is rainy outside, think about, is it very colorful? Is it dark? Is it cloudy? Think about how we talked about how illustrators, how painters use color palettes to show different things. So think about this painting. What color do you see a lot of in this painting? Tell me in the puzzle. We see a lot of grays and blacks. When it's raining outside, it's usually gray, it's usually cloudy, sometimes foggy. So the artist used grays, blacks, and some yellows to show that rainy day. In our painting that shows what season? Summer. What colors in the palette did the artist use to show it was a summer day? There's a lot of blues. There's a lot of bright colors. We see a lot of green. There's some green leaves on trees. So the artist used a lot of greens and blues and bright colors. In our painting that shows fall, what is the main color that you see? I see a lot of orange and some red. What are some very popular colors that we see on leaves during the season of fall? Orange, red, and yellow. And in our season of winter, what is the color that we see the most? The color I see the most is white. Why would the painter have white for most of his or her color palette? Because snow happens in what season? Winter. Whew, you guys are such second grade smarties. So today we are going to be exploring the paintings of our new book. Later in our lesson, we are going to see this again. You guys did this with the pictures from the seasons at the beginning of our module. So we are going to be talking about how the author and illustrator used colors to show the cycle of seasons. So we're going to talk about the color palettes that we see in some of the paintings. So our book today is called Skytree, and it was written and illustrated by a man named Thomas Locker. The paintings, the illustrations in this book are oil paintings. And so the author used oil-based paint to illustrate the cycle and the changes of seasons in our book Skytree. So what we are doing today is we are just looking at the paintings. I am not reading the book to you today. We will read it tomorrow. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at all the paintings that show up in the book. Sometimes I'm going to pause and ask you to tell me what you notice about a painting and what you wonder about a painting. Okay. At the end, I'm going to ask what is something you noticed about all the paintings and what is something you wondered about all the paintings. So let's get started. So here is our first illustration. On the first page, tell me, what is something that you notice about our first oil painting? What is something you notice? Tell me in the Ed puzzle. I notice that it is very bright. I notice that this painting is very bright. I notice there's clouds in the sky. I notice there are leaves on this tree that are green. I also notice that this tree is on, whoops. I also notice that this tree is on a hill. So what are things that you noticed? Ooh, this is the next painting. I'm noticing that this tree is the same tree from the last painting. I'm noticing too that there's some black in the painting. What is something you notice? I also notice that the leaves on the edges look kind of brown. I notice that on this side, it is brighter than on this side. Now tell me, what is something that you wonder about this painting? What is a question that you have about this painting? I wonder what season is being shown in this painting. What season is this? Is this a season of summer, of spring? I'm thinking it has to be one of those two because most of the leaves on the trees are still green. So I wonder, what season does this painting show? Ooh, so what is something you notice about this painting? Tell me in the puzzle. I notice that the leaves are changing colors and it's the same tree on the hill. I also notice that there are some squirrels by the tree, and I also notice that the trees around our main tree are changing colors. Some of them are orange, some of them are red, and some of them are yellow. Hmm. Think about something that you might wonder about too. Ooh, what's happening in this illustration, in this painting? What is happening to the leaves? Tell me in the puzzle. The leaves are falling off the tree. I wonder, why are the leaves falling off the tree? I also wonder why some of the trees have different colored leaves. I'm also noticing that the sky kind of looks purple and yellow. I wonder, what season is this showing? All right, in the Ed puzzle, tell me what you notice. I notice that there are no leaves on the trees. I notice that the ground is orange. I wonder, why is the ground kind of orange? I also notice that the trees in the back do not have leaves on them either. Ooh. On this page, still the same tree. But I notice, maybe you give me a thumbs up if you notice this too. I notice that the ground is still covered with the orange and red leaves. But I also notice that you can't see the background. I wonder, why can't we see the background in this painting? What is happening to the weather in this painting? Tell me something you wonder about this painting. I wonder why there are birds on the tree. And I wonder, are these birds flying to the tree or away from the tree? So on this painting, we're moving on. So I noticed that we can see the background now. And I also notice that there are clouds that make the shape of the tree. Think about something you notice. On this page, I noticed that there's still no leaves on the trees. But what do you notice about the background? Tell me in the Edpuzzle, what do you notice about the background of this painting? Oh, I noticed that the painter, the illustrator, has used the color white in his color palette to show the season of winter. And on this page, I notice that there's still some white on the ground, but I wonder, why are we seeing the tree at nighttime? Why are we seeing the tree at nighttime? What do you notice and wonder about this painting? I wonder, is the season changing from winter to spring? What do you wonder? Right, so look at what's happening to the tree. What do you notice about this painting? Tell me in the Edpuzzle, what do you notice about this painting? I notice that there are some animals on the ground. I notice that the leaves are back on the tree and they are green. I notice that the sky is very bright and there's some birds in the sky. And what do you wonder about this painting? What is something that you wonder about this painting? I wonder if this is showing the same season that we saw at the beginning. I also wonder, where could we find this tree? Where is this tree located? All right, Smarties. So we noticed and wondered about all of the paintings in the story. So, tomorrow we are going to be talking about your notices and wonders about our story. I also want you to think and tell me in the Edpuzzle, what colors did the illustrator use for the color palette on this painting? What are the main colors you see on this painting? Okay, think about our artist and how he used color to show the changes in season. All right, Smarties, as always, keep that growth mindset. Good learners do hard things. And I will see you tomorrow with another lesson on Skytree. Bye, guys.